Hello, everyone. Welcome back to part two of this presentation on effective communication. If you have not watched part one, please go back and watch the part one so you can continue learning the points we are presenting on this particular presentation about effective communication. I am Behnam Bakhshandeh, Organization Development, Human Resources Development, and Workplace Learning and Performance Practitioner and Professional and Executive Coach. Just to fast review about this topic, I am a firm believer that peace and harmony, effectiveness and productivity are function of communication, and effectively communicating with family, with co-workers, in our group, teams, or organization. So I again highly recommend go back and look at the part one so you know how to follow and what distinctions we are talking about on part two. So let's move on to continue from part one to the part two. So in the part one, we cover 6 points. This is the point number 7. Develop compassion and understanding of others. Compassion and understanding are two elements of many elements of emotional effectiveness. Having empathy and compassion is very good on establishing relationship with other people, and therefore is very effective and important in understanding people who try to communicate with you. Without understanding of others, you can't communicate effectively with them. So this understanding I'm talking about is to show empathy and compassion about what it takes to talk to you, what it takes from this person to come and put their fear, for example, away, or concern away to come and talk to you. As I said, have a compassion for what it takes to talk to you. If you see your family members, your children, your spouse not communicating or walking over eggshell to communicate with you, that's a big red flag in relationship in family. Same thing at work. If your co-workers, if the people who are reporting to you not coming and talking to you or have a reservation, how are you going to react to their communication? That's a big red flag for you to learn about how other people communicate, or what taking them away and stopping them or barrier to their communication with you. That's come back to the point of who are you for yourself and who others are for you, the way you relate to yourself and the way you relate to other people affect on lack or having empathy and compassion and understanding for people who talk to you. Get related to others' reality. Give up that they don't know what you are going through. Everybody have different reality about their situation. Understand that there is only one world for them, their world. When people come to talk to you and communicate with you about excuse me, about sensitive issues and issues they have with communication, you have to get related to the reality and the world that's been created in their mind about the topic, or in general, the way they see the world around them. As I said before, on the topic of personal effectiveness, when I was talking about how do we see ourselves, how do we see other people, and how do we relate to the world of working and productivity, in the middle of this triangle, there is a world being created for ourselves. There is a reality that's being created for ourselves. And we have to know every individual live in that reality that they created for themselves, and their communication with you coming and sourcing from that created world and invented reality. I'm not talking about is it good reality or a bad reality. Is it effective or ineffective? It could be both. They are both. However, we have to get related to the person in front of us who tries to communicate with us. Asking some questions is always helpful to getting related to the space, to the world and reality they are coming from. Remember that they are not out to get you. So when people communicate upsetting issue, for example, we pull our shields up, knowing the other party also pull the shields up. So what would happen from two people have two shields in front of them and talking back and forth without anything goes through that protective shields? So bring your protection shields down to be able to listen, right? If you don't listen to what they say without getting reacted to or being reactive to their way of being or their tone or their body language, just listen to the message. See, what are these people saying and what holding them back, or what are the barriers to their effectiveness in communication with you? But at least starting from you, that remember, if somebody communicating something with you in an upsetting situation, they are not out to get you. They want to say what they want to say. If you are defending your point, you can't listen to their point. If you are behind your shield and they are behind their shield and nothing go through, there is no point. That is where rubber meet the road in effective communication with people. That is the source of ineffectiveness, one of the source of ineffectiveness in communication, when people defending themselves. Manage your facial expressions and body language. I cannot talk enough about this. Recognize your attitude and give it up. Your facial expression and your body language communicate much more than your words and your sentences, because this is what they see first. This is what they're reacting to first. As soon as you show the facial expression and body language, that inner chatter about other people start kicking in. So you are absolutely dead on water in effectiveness, and your facial expression causing attitude and behavior in other people. And same as you don't show impatient, don't show the facial expression that you don't care about this communication, because that is an interpretation they have absorbing your facial expression and body language, such as they don't care, I'm wasting my time, they're not interested. Don't show your reactions with your body language. They might say something sensitive to you. They might say something that upsets you. Don't show reactions, just listen, because then you can respond very effectively. Know when to shut up and when to speak. Unfortunately, some people really don't know when to shut up. And they keep digging a hole deeper and deeper and deeper, and sometimes takes days, months, and years to pull themselves off the hole they dig themselves by not knowing when to shut up. Stop your inner chatter about what they are saying. That is the beginning of it. Stop your inner chatter about what they're saying and listen to what they're saying. You all have noticed sometimes people respond to what you said or what you asked is totally different and not related to what you ask or what you respond for, because they are not listening to what you're saying. They are in their head listening to what they want to respond to, what they think and their interpretation of what you're saying. I call it prefabricated answers that we have in our sleeves, and we pull out one after another without looking at, without paying attention, how that is relevant and related to the topic. And stop thinking about what you need to say when they are talking. Really, that is very important, to keep your mind clear and clean and listen to what they say. Don't get invalidated or disempowered. Stay present. Don't take things personally when people are talking to you, even when it's a personal matter. They're just somebody talking. Don't get disempowered. Don't go away mentally and emotionally or physically. Stay present. Don't react to what you have heard. It is just what they are saying. As I said, even if they're accusing you of something, even if they're pointing at something about you personally, or even attacking your characteristics, which is unfortunately when people are upset, mad, and emotional, they don't have emotional control, they don't have a self-control, self-management, they're just venting, and sometimes they say something inappropriate and ugly. Don't take it personally. Just listen to what they say. Don't make it mean anything that is not. We are making meaning machines. That's the nature of human being. Everything means something. So we take things personally. We make our own interpretations about things and personally relating to us. So we are becoming ineffective and become more reactionary to what we are hearing. Make sure 8th graders can understand what you are saying. It means make your communication and the message simple enough that anybody can understand what you're saying. Make your communication simple. Simplicity is grace. You know, you as a professional can use a lot of terminologies. You can use a lot of verbiage that might cause other person to feel small about themselves because they interpret whatever they hear and they have a fundamental relationship with themselves, as I mentioned before. So keep your communication simple, use simple examples. If you're going back to events to review and hash through events, be more factual. Use common words and easy examples to be effective with them. Notice when you become 6 years old. This is very important. It's kind of linked to the part of being responsible for your facial expressions and body language. Recognize when you are throwing a tantrum. Some people not even physically throwing tantrum, but even mentally and emotionally. It means they're going south. They are not there. Like you're looking at their eyes, the light is on, but nobody's home. It means they're just staring at you because they are already mentally, psychologically throwing tantrum. They don't want to listen to what you say. They don't care about what you say. The defensive shield is up. So they know the person who talking to them notice that, and from that point on, the effectiveness is at the door. So notice when you get hooked and give it up. Notice your juvenile remarks before they leave your mouth. We all coming to that point that we got so fed up that we want to say something or putting them down. So using juvenile and childish remarks, and mostly people attack each other's personality or character. Stay away from that. Control your emotions and make sure your remarks are professional and effective. Our thoughts are among the most powerful tools we have. It all depends upon learning how to direct and use those thoughts. Thank you very much for listening to these 2 parts, effective communication. Please contact us for your personal and professional development needs for coaching on the personal or professional level, team training, team development in your organization, team building, group buildings is something we do and we do well. Please follow me, Coach Behnam, at social media. You can follow PrimeCo Education. Check our website at primecoeducation.com. Thank you very much. Be well. I wish you the best.